And welcome to another session of Sunday Setups. I'm your host Jacob, and I'll be bringing you another forecast of things to look for this week on the charts. But before we get started, if you haven't already, be sure to check out litcapital.co.uk to get started with your trading journey with us. We have a range of things on offer. Just check out which services you may be interested in, and we'll be very glad to help you, of course. With that being said, before we look into some charts, I'm going to take you to the economic calendar for the week. Approaching a new month starting from tomorrow. So very excited for the new month to begin. End of this month has been great in regards to some of the trades that we've been able to capture as such. So hopefully it continues going into the 6th month of the year. Wow, it's crazy. Half the year gone already. It's crazy, man. But yeah, if we check out Monday, we have got a little high impact news regarding market manufacturing coming from Eurozones. That would be something to look for regarding tomorrow. We don't really normally like to trade tomorrow, just in regards to letting the market play out. But I do have some zones available, but I will show you in a minute. So yeah, we've got a lot of market manufacturing coming out of the Eurozones and from US and England also. So definitely going to look out for that. Approaching Tuesday, we have a banker interest rate decision coming out of Australia. Pretty mixed in regards to what to expect, because the Aussie's been very strong as of May. We've seen a lot of recovery regarding the Aussie, especially with the AED USD, where it dumped down quite a lot regarding once the corona news had struck. So yeah, definitely something to watch out for in regards to how the banks are approaching this new phase of the virus that we're in and what their thoughts are. We could see some type of maybe a turnaround or a retracement with that. Then moving on to Wednesday, we got GDP for Australia as well, which kind of goes hand in hand with how the banks are thinking and feeling, because GDP is a measurement of economic either growth or shrinkage. So it's going to tie into what they think in regards to the interest rate for sure. So unemployment rate for Germany and unemployment rate for the euro as well. So that's going to be great for the euro in regards to some of the things that we can hope to sustain and achieve on the markets, because euro has been it's been good for us. We caught some great moves on that. So hopefully we can catch some more momentum coming out of the euro with this economic news midweek. And then we're moving into some news with the Canadian dollar, with their interest rate decision also. So midweek, hopefully it picks up when it does pick up, and things do start to line up. But by midweek, we should definitely have some trades on those. And then followed by Thursday, we have the interest rate decision for the euro. So a lot of focus on the euro this week personally, as was last week as well. So I'm trying to stay in sync with euro pairs, just in regards to the movement that they've given us. Pretty aware of what's going on with that. So hopefully due to carry it on and get some more moves on the euro pairs. And then finishing off with Friday, we have the unemployment rate for Canada as well. We have NFP for America, so more unemployment data coming out of America. There's a lot going on over there right now, so I'm not sure how it's going to have an effect. But nonetheless, a lot of things to look forward to regarding the economic calendar for the week. Super exciting. So let's actually head over to the charts. And I'm actually going to start with Euro USD, just because it's one of the pairs we gave out in our copy trading channel last week, where people they were definitely able to profit off of this this chart that we gave out. So it finished the week with a lot of momentum to the upside, with euro coming out with a new fiscal stimulus package for European countries like Spain and Italy mainly, to help boost their economies again following the coronavirus pandemic. So what we did though, we didn't actually get a breach. So we've actually created a triple top from this area here. So I'm thinking price to push back, but before we do get a pushback, Hopefully we can get a retracement back down to then get an entry. Because yeah, as much as I am overall bearish on the euro, I do think, I don't see it just coming here and falling through its face without actually, piercing this area. There's obviously some outstanding liquidity dating back from March when, the pandemic was sort of in its full swing. So hopefully we can get a push to the upside, not before getting a retracement low. So if I take you to the 4 hour, I've noticed that we have this imbalance zone here. And we have this last little push down before we get these big volume candles. So hoping to see more of a retracement coming into the Monday. We do have the PMI news, so maybe we can get a retracement into here before considering pushing higher. So definitely stay in tune for this. It will be posted in Discord as usual. But yeah, it does look great in regards to, we've had 4 daily candles with big bullish momentum. So we are due to see hopefully a retracement of such, hoping for the imbalance to get filled. I am also aware that it may want to come lower down to this candle here. But going off of the 4 hour, I would like to see what it does at this area first. So yeah, definitely tune in for that one. Going to shake you over to Euro GBP. So as I've been saying, the euro has been pretty strong as of late, and the pound has actually been quite weak as of late. So as we've seen on this pair, when you're actually able to take the DXY out of context, you're really able to see regarding the majors such as EU and GU, if the money is being pumped into the euro, or if it's being pumped into the pound. So when the DXY is not being taken into consideration, you can now sort of understand by looking at Euro GBP, what is really wanting to do regarding those two currencies specifically. Excuse me. So if I take you to the 4 hour, I do have this zone marked up here. So as we can see, right, we had this push down here, and that would have basically secured liquidity here, wiping these equal lows out. And then afterwards, we've seen the euro continue with the news coming out regarding the fiscal stimulus and whatnot, and then boosting it also. So I do think we hoping for that we can get this retracement into this 4 hour zone. It does look quite juicy in regards to what we like to look for in our setups. And yeah, we can hopefully continue higher, because I don't think the euro is done continuing. So even on the daily as well, if I actually just zoom in a little bit here, that's that 4 hour candle is that same zone here. So the daily looks like it leads a little bit of a retracement before heading higher. So, this first target of 90 point, around the 0.9500 area would be a good move for us. Hoping we can get that. With the risk management, it will definitely be worth it. So that would be the first TP regarding that. But obviously I am hoping to attain and achieve this candle here, which will be it will be a swing trade. I'm not saying it will go there in the day, but I do think we do have more upside momentum. So Euro GBP looking really, really good. So I'm excited for this one specifically. Hoping to play in here and then continue higher, man. So those are those two. I just want to take you through the DXY before I do move on to a couple other pairs. We finally broke out of that range. So, for those guys who did hop on some of our live calls in the morning last week, we did go through DXY being in the range, and we have finally broken out of this consolidation range here. So we're hoping to see more dollar weakness temporarily throughout the week, but we are hoping, for a reversal off of this area here, as these are the last down candles before we got this big move up. So yeah, definitely hoping for temporary weakness and bearishness on the dollar. So that would actually push Euro USD up higher. The majors GBP USD. I don't have a setup for GBP USD as of such right now, but if the dollar does get weak, I do expect that to push higher as well. But Euro USD definitely, if we are expecting temporary weakness, it kind of ties in with what I just showed you on that chart of it pushing to break those triple tops that were there. So definitely keep in touch with the DXY if you are trading majors especially. we've broken out of the range to the downside. So we are hoping to see further continuation and weakness for the dollar. Overall, though, it has left this target here as well. So we are hoping to maybe get a bounce off of here before continuing. So definitely watch out for that. And the other two pairs I have for you are AUD/USD. So if I just go to swap my chart, excuse me. Yeah, so AUD/USD as well, pretty similar in regards to what I was saying with the news coming out with the Aussie, with the interest rate and GDP. When the corona struck, we did see a lot of downside movement regarding the Aussie. So now, with that being said, we are at this double top here, and I am expecting price to go higher. So if we take it over to the weekly, it's the monthly. I actually want to see price get to this candle here, which is looking like it wants to do, because we have a swing high to the swing low. Hoping to see some type of reaction from this area. It's very hard to pinpoint because we're going off of a monthly candle, of course, but we definitely have some liquidity here resting and some liquidity here resting. So definitely wanting the Aussie to get temporarily stronger in order to then actually, hopefully, we can actually get a new lower low on this, I believe, because I don't think that we are bullish overall. I do think on the higher time frames we are still bearish. The daily showing bullish, but we do have on the weekly, this target here, this black candle would definitely be a target here. And even on the weekly, we haven't really had a retracement back into this candle here. So just off of that alone, as you can see, I had this highlight, and I was looking last week for this to come back into here before we get a push up, but we didn't. So I am hoping to see this breached and the liquidity taken before actually becoming a seller. I do think we can get some sells back down into these areas where they sold to buy and stuff like that. So with that being said, be patient with this one, guys. I do have an alert set. I'm not trying to really buy this at this high here. I'd just like to see the liquidity taken, and then hopefully we can get a familiar pattern that we're used to, in order to sell again. So definitely watch out for AUD/USD, in conjunction with the news coming out with the interest rate and GDP, because, that's what's going to drive the direction of this market. And last but not least, I'm going to take you to Euro NZD. This one on the weekly as well. I am expecting further downside movement. Just in regards to this area here, it looks like that's what they're trying to head for. With the monthly as well, is very indecisive, but I do see more bearishness on the horizon. Just want to take you to the daily, and this was also in a range as well, but we did actually break down and push up again, creating this quadruple top, so to speak. But whether they want to get back up here and take this out and come to this candle here is yet to be seen, because that is a setup I actually had probably 2 weeks ago. I was actually hoping to see, I think it was these triple tops taken out, and we didn't actually get that, but we did get a lower low with this candle here. So overall, the bearishness is due to continue, in my opinion. I would just like to see a bit of a pullback into this swing here. So if we move to the 4 hour, I would like to see a pullback into, higher up areas here. As we can see, it's just forming double tops and whatnot. So there's going to be a little bit of stop losses resting and stuff like that. Whether we can get a push higher is yet to be seen. So I'm just going to let this one play out, as I do know it likes to move during the Asian session as well. And it's not really something that we are trying to capture in regards to the Asian session. We kind of like to trade the London and New York, as you guys, whoever does follow us, as you know, we like to trade those sessions predominantly. But yeah, just overall at the bigger picture, we would like to see further downside movement. I mean, we have been giving out a swing. We have had a swing trade given out for the setup. I'm personally not in it no more. I did take my pips and whatnot, and I leave it at that. But for those that are still holding, there is a lot of room to go down further, especially this area where this crazy bullish move actually originated from. I do see it. It's going to take a while, but I do see it actually getting back down there at some stage, which is, you know, a hell of a move. You're talking like 800 pips, 700 pips uh, from what we can see. But you know, just for going off of the swing, 50%, not really interested. I would just like to see it spike a little bit higher into maybe a better retracement before heading down. So hope you guys enjoyed the setups. That is all we have right now for you. Cabell's actually unavailable, so I thought I'd take the fort today. But if you haven't, yeah, be sure to like and subscribe our YouTube channel so we can bring you more content like this weekly. And if you haven't already, you know, be sure to send us your email address or reach out to us on social media so we can get you in our Discord and get you into our trading community and, you know, just build and build and build a foundation for you guys, you know. The momentum we had in May was great. Looking to keep it going in June as well, man. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. And remember, every day is money day.